Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very bare face to talk about my experience doing Botox for the first time. So I posted yesterday on Instagram that I had been to get a brow lift with Botox and everybody was like, oh, please share your experience. And I wasn't going to do this video, not more than mentioning that I had Botox at some point in some video when I saw some results, but not to hide it, but just because I didn't think it was something that you'd like to hear from me. There's a lot of people who make a lot of content on this and maybe are more visible, but since you guys wanted to hear from me, I'm here to tell you the why, the how, and what happened. So today is day 2 and I am taking these clips as my before. And let's talk a little bit about the reasoning for me doing Botox. I had spoken about it quite some time ago that I was actually going to explore it. I started exploring the idea of doing Botox for my tension headaches. But when I asked the cosmetician, the doctor that was there at the clinic, they explained to me that unless it is really a matter of muscles in the head that you're frowning a lot, they cannot do anything in the Netherlands, and you really need to go to a specialized neurologist in the hospital for that. So that is a whole different thing that I don't think is actually the interesting part for you guys or for this channel. I'm going to talk to my doctors about it separately, but what I was actually there for was a more cosmetic procedure. And as you can tell, I have downturned hooded eyes, and it's quite prominent if I don't wear makeup, this side more than the other, but it's something that has bothered me my whole life. My father has had surgery done to remove part of the skin here, so because it was really closing his vision, and to be honest, on this side for me, it is something that is concerning me more for a little bit further, but it's starting to really sag onto my eye and my frame of vision. It's something I really dislike, and as you can tell, I'm always lifting my eyebrows to make more space, to look more awake, and if I just relax, it's really evident. It's one of the things that that pushed me to get into makeup, was to correct this eye shape. I mention it in every tag, but the reason why I love eyeshadow so much is the transformation that it can do on my eyes. And so far it was perfectly okay. It was what I did and it's fine. But I decided at this point that, yeah, I wanted to do something that would last a little bit longer and possibly also help with these lines that are forming and not disappearing anymore. It's these 3 that if I relax my forehead are still visible regardless of my skincare. And I've spoke to the clinician. I went in yesterday to a local clinic here in the Netherlands called Faceland, and by chance I was lucky to actually have quite a nice doctor that really resonated with what I wanted. One of the biggest thing for me is that I would like to maintain my appearance as time passes without changing it too much. So I wasn't looking for fillers, I wasn't looking to change my face too much, but just to correct a little bit what has been the sagging of my eyes. And what I explained to her was indeed that I wanted a brow lift with Botox and possibly in my forehead a little bit to release these wrinkles right here. What she discussed with me, she showed me all of their schemes with showing how the muscles work in the face and what the Botox does, which Botox is a botulinum toxin. It is the one of the brands that you can use. They use Botox and Boculero, I believe. But botulinum toxin, what it does is it freezes the muscle. It severs. It breaks the connection between the nerve and the muscle, so that the nerve cannot tell the muscle to contract, and therefore it will relax the muscles in your face. The muscles, when they're contract, they are smaller. When you relax them, they are they lift, they open a little. And that is the effect that you can obtain with a brow lift. They go and inject the toxin on the periocular muscles. Again, this is all that she explained to me, and I'm sure there is more and more scientifically. I'm not an expert. This is just what she explained to me and what I am giving back to you guys. And what happens is that for a little bit, like, you get a little bit of a lift on your brows. She said to expect a few millimeters. It's not going to be, she said, you're not going to look like Bella Hadid. For that, you need a facelift. And I'm like, not interested. She is her person. I don't look like that. That's fine. I think at 33, I made up my mind about it. 34, actually, almost. Yeah, she explained that maybe actually lifting the eyebrow will already take care of my forehead as well, and maybe give me also a little bit of relief from headaches. That we will see. It would be a nice side effect, but it's not what I am expecting here. So I agreed after the consult, which was free, and I didn't have to do anything if I didn't want to. I agreed to have the Botox in that moment. She cleaned the area of my face. She made me make faces to see where my muscles were and dotted the places where to inject. And I got 2 injections per side right here. Let me zoom you in so that you can see it better. Well, that is very close. I hope you don't mind the state of myself. I was up a lot because Andrea didn't really want to sleep very much after 5 o'clock this morning. But you can see now my eyes, and what she did was 2 injections here and here. I think you can maybe actually see a little bit the injection site here and here, and then here and here. And it was 30 seconds. It felt like a needle going into your skin. That is it's a sharp pinch, but it's not pain at all. And I did feel something going into my skin and in the area. And what I felt was actually a bit of heaviness. So as if my eyes were even more closed. And that was about it. As I said, the treatment was done in 30 seconds. And she explained to me that it will take around 2 weeks to completely be in effect, but that you don't see something day 13 is one way and day 14 is different. It will be a gradual freezing of the muscle, which will very gradually lift the eyebrow. And that is also why I wanted to take a before picture, but I also want to take a few videos to see how it looks in video. I'm very curious to see the effect. I am hopeful that it will give me, just this. Just maybe you can see a little bit of the outer side of my eye. That my eyes are not so downturned, that I look a little bit fresher, a little bit more awake, and yeah. That is my hope, at least. And then maybe I will also lift my brows a little bit less, because I won't have to be able to see properly. There shouldn't be any change in my expression of my face. And in terms of cost, this is, of course, disclaimer, very dependent on your area, your country, the clinic, the doctor that you see. I'm sure New York costs much more than where I went right now. I was treated by a doctor, a certified doctor. I chose to have Botox, or she recommended for me to have Botox, because it lasts longer in time. and the price difference is very small compared to Botulé. I'll write it on the screen or down in the description, which is the other brand of toxin that they have. And that one lasts less and costs also a little bit less. But the eyebrow lift is calculated as a half zone. So if you have the forehead is one zone, the 11s is one zone, for example, or the eye wrinkles out here are one zone, but the eyebrows, because it's such small injections and a small area, it's a half zone, and that was 70 euros for me. To be honest, I was open in for a budget of, I don't know, I think up to 200 euros was going to be okay with me for her to treat the parts that I wanted. And so far 70 for that. We're gonna see how it looks in 2 weeks, and then see if I want to go back to also deal with the forehead or not, or if I want to just stay and look at how this evolves. The treatment plan, let's say, that they give you is that you should repeat after the first treatment one more time after 3 months, and then after that your Botox should last 6 months. And that is okay. It means it's twice a year. First year is 3 times in a year. Price-wise, it is really, for me, not a problem. I have my own savings that I put aside for the makeup and the skincare and these type of things. It's like my own hobby money, and I can do with it what I like. And this is what I wanted to do with it this month. And it's less than a Pat McGrath palette, people. So if I if I don't buy a Pat McGrath palette, I can get myself a Botox treatment. It's very, I find that the price was very, affordable for what I was expecting. And I was really pleased with the doctor. As I said, she really resonated with what I wanted. She really spoke about going against or like slowing down the aging process by indeed doing some strategic treatments like Botox. But she also talked about, for example, your bone and fat structure aging will reduce, and she explained how you can add small amounts of filler in strategic points to refill those areas that are with age getting smaller. And of course you have a certain amount of skin, and then if the fat pads underneath your skin or your bone structure is getting smaller, thank you motorbike, then your skin will sag and look looser. I really noticed, for example, now we're going on a tangent, but I really noticed since having Andrea that this area right here has started to sag a little bit. And what she mentioned is that lifting the cheekbones with filler injections would, for example, solve that problem. And I don't know if you can see it, but that would be the effect, because you add a little bit of more volume under the cheekbones. I don't know yet. That is not something that was on my radar, or I've seen people who do it, but I don't think it's necessary for me yet, or like not something that I feel the need to do. That is better. What is necessary to you is necessary to you. I don't mind. I don't judge. But yeah, that was a little bit the introduction, and I will see you in 2 weeks, for you not so long, to see if there's any difference and how my eyebrows look. I hope there will be. We will see. Okay, here we go, guys. This is 2 weeks later, the, let's say, final result of the Botox treatment I did. And one thing that I wanted to mention was right after the procedure, I think at some half an hour, I had a little bit of swelling on the injection sites that went away, and I think I had a headache that lasted about 1 hour. And after that, I had absolutely nothing. I couldn't even tell that I did anything. and I suffer from tension headaches, and this didn't really make them worse. My work makes them makes them worse, but this didn't make them worse or better. But here is the final result. I think it is extremely subtle, but I do think that there is a difference, and my eyes are slightly more open and my brows are a little bit upwards. And I started seeing this already, I would say 1 week in. I really started noticing, oh, I think my eyes are less downturned, or like this part of my eye is less downturned. And I think that was great. Have I achieved the look that I want in the end, or like what I would like to correct with my face? Probably not, because my problem is also that I have a very hooded lid, so this was just not the procedure that would fix everything completely, but I am happy with the results. Am I happy to the extent that I would spend 70 euros a couple of times a year to do it? I am not sure, but it could be that I miss it when it's gone. Like, the difference is so subtle that I think it just makes my eyes look more open, or my face, my looking seem more open. And yeah, I still feel like I want to lift up my brows all the time, but that is really because of the hooded eye, instead of it being so downturned. So I think overall I'm happy with the result. There was no downtime, side effects, anything like that. I cannot even feel a difference, to be honest. But I am actually curious to see how this continued to progress, in the sense that the first time you do your Botox treatment, or at least this is what I've been told, is going to fade quicker than the following treatment. So my doctor recommended to come back in the next 3 months to do a refresh again, and I think I will do that and see how that goes, and then maybe actually treat my wrinkles up here. And since when you relax a muscle, it opens, this might actually give me even a little bit of a further lift to the eyebrow. Here I am with some makeup on, because I wanted to show you how the Botox did affect actually how my eyes look with makeup as well. And I actually think that this is the most that I see the difference in. Not so much when I don't wear any makeup, but I really notice that my eyes are less downturned, and overall my makeup looks nicer because my eyes are a little bit more straight, thanks to the tiniest little bit of lift that the Botox gave me. So yeah, conclusion is I'm enjoying it. I like the effect. It's really unnoticeable. My husband didn't notice it in these last weeks that I've had it. I talked to him about it. Of course, he knew that I did it, but when I asked him, do you see a difference yesterday, he said absolutely not. But I do, and I really think that it helps with lifting a little bit my eyes, and that is all that I wanted, actually. So I'm excited, happy for it, something that is actually maintainable, and for me will not break the bank, something that I can keep a little savings for. And I'm curious to see how it fades, if it fades. But yeah, I am also ready to go back when it's time to get a top-up of it. So I hope this video was helpful for any of you who's been thinking about it, or who were curious and asked me questions on my Instagram. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be answering as much as I can and as I know. And let me know what you think, if you see a difference or not. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.